Oedipus, help us, we're so sick. I sent out my brother to go ask this prophet what's wrong. Hold on, guys.
It is I, Tiresias, the blind prophet. Don't worry, the pandemic will end once you find the murderer of Laius. But beware, he is in the town.
Bro, why won't you tell me who the murderer is? It's you, isn't it, huh? It's you!
Shut up, it's you! It's you! You killed your dad! You married your mom!
I don't believe you. Why? There's no way that I would do that. There's no way that I did that. There's no way. What he's saying can be true. The prophet can't be right, can he? No, I can beat fate. It's me, the shepherd. This guy's right. He's speaking truth. I had you when you were a baby, and everything that he's saying is true. Yeah? Your real parents abandoned you, and they gave you to me when you were a baby, and your feet were bound up.
Wait, I did that to my kid. No, it couldn't be. Could I be his mom? No! Wait, what am I doing? Jocasta! My wife! No! Oh!
You have to banish me. I can't live like this. Please banish me.
You're banished! Get out! Get out! Go! Go! Bye!
So for author's choice, the author chooses to have Oedipus be exiled instead of dying like his wife because he wants to show that the repercussions of his actions are inescapable, and so he has to roam the earth knowing the transgressions that he has committed and knowing that he can never take those back because of how serious and deep they were. And by doing this, he also shows to other people that you can't undo some actions and you have to live with the guilt of them. So for our symbol, we chose to do Oedipus's eyes, and when he realizes that he can't look at himself because of what he did and he stabs him out, it shows how truth can affect a person, and it symbolizes the effects that the truth has had on Oedipus and how he chooses to be blind now after committing those transgressions.
For character archetypes, Oedipus is seen as the tragic hero, as his noble status and relentless pursuit of the truth drives him to try and save the city of Thebes from the suffering plague. Despite this, his fatal flaws overcome his good intentions, as his actions eventually lead to his own downfall and suffering. Though he does try to save it, so a symbolic archetype seen within this story is light versus darkness. In this representation, light is seen through good and knowledge and the truth, whereas darkness is like evil and ignorance. Within the story, there are always opposing forces that are kind of battling within the story as Oedipus is seeking to discover the truth. A situational archetype seen within the play is the quest, and in this case, it's when Oedipus is searching for the truth and trying to find out the real culprit to the murder in order to save Thebes from the plague. A reoccurring theme that occurs within the play is that they cannot escape their predetermined fate no matter how hard they might try. We can see this through Oedipus's attempts to avoid a prophecy, yet he ultimately ends up ironically fulfilling them. Despite his effortless attempts to change this destiny, he ends up unknowingly killing his father and marrying his mother. This all shows that though we have choices, one cannot escape their predetermined fate, no matter how hard they try.
Ethos, pathos, and logos are used throughout the play by the author to strengthen the play's emotional impact, which highlights the tragic irony and build believable characters. The author uses ethos to establish Oedipus as a respectful king. His authority and sense of justice makes the audience trust him, which makes his fate even harder on the audience. Ethos is also seen when the prophet Tiresias speaks. His reputation as a seer makes his words trustworthy. This is illustrated throughout the suffering of Oedipus and Jocasta's guilt, leading her to end her own life. The truth and the agony displayed by the characters causes a great emotional impact on the audience, appealing to their emotions to make the play more tragic. Logos is also used when Oedipus relies on logic to uncover the truth about King Laius' murder, and his own past. He uses reasoning to investigate and question witnesses. His use of logic leads him closer to the devastating truth, showing him how even reason can't protect his own. The rising action in Oedipus Rex begins when Tiresias, the blind prophet, reveals that Oedipus himself is the cause of the plague and murder of King Lausus. This moment builds tension because Oedipus refuses to believe Tiresias, and instead of accusing him of conspiracy, the audience already knows the truth, which is dramatic irony. So the suspense grows as Oedipus tries to uncover the truth while unknowingly getting closer to his own tragic fate. The climax of Oedipus Rex is when Oedipus finally discovers the truth, that he unknowingly killed his father, King Lausus, and married his own mother, Jocasta. This moment is the emotional and dramatic peak of the play. It's when all the tension built during the rising action is released. And Oedipus' fate is sealed. The realization is shocking and heartbreaking for Oedipus and the audience. The falling action is when Jocasta realizes the truth and hangs herself, then followed by Oedipus blinding himself. This shows the immediate consequences of the climax, then shows the emotions are still high, but the play starts to move to the resolutions as Oedipus accepts his fate and prepares to be exiled. The main type of conflict in Oedipus Rex is man versus fate. Oedipus tries to avoid the prophecy that he will kill his father and marry his mother, but every action he takes actually leads closer to fulfilling it. No matter how hard he tries to change his destiny, fate always wins in the end. This conflict shows the power of the gods and the little power humans hold against the gods.